So I'm Ben from NuFi Wallet. If you're not familiar with NuFi, we're a multi-chain non-custodial wallet, Cardano first. And our proposal is to help onboard Cardano's next 1 million Web2 users. Now, by a Web2 user, we mean someone who is a non-crypto user. For example, your brother and sister and mum and dad and colleagues and friends, someone who doesn't know anything about crypto, certainly doesn't have a Cardano wallet and maybe couldn't set one up. So we're making Cardano dApps accessible to these users with a toolkit that a dApp can integrate so that a Web2 user can arrive at a dApp, click login, and then be presented with Web2 login options like this. So in our example here, we have Google, Facebook, Twitter. We also have any other Web2 options you can think of, email address, WeChat, Line, KakaoTalk, LinkedIn, for example, any Web2 option. So the user can arrive at the dApp. This could be an NFT marketplace or a Web3 game being built on Cardano. They click login, they sign in to their account, and through this single action of logging into the Web2 account, what they do is they create a non-custodial wallet in the background. This is hidden from the user, and NuFi connects that wallet to the dApp automatically. So what it means simply is you can recommend your favorite Cardano dApps to anybody, and they don't need to be a crypto user. They don't need anything. There's no installation or wallet setup. There's no seed phrase to write down, but the user can. We'll get to that in a second. There's no crypto or Cardano knowledge required. And the complete solution here is fully non-custodial. Now, the reason that we're proposing this is firstly to make Cardano dApps, and by extension Cardano, accessible to simply everybody. If you've got a Facebook or a Google account, it means that you can connect to a Cardano dApp without needing to install or set anything up. And as you can see here, we're going for a very familiar Web2 experience. So we completely remove any kind of crypto or crypto wallet terminology, and the user might not even realize that they have a non-custodial wallet in the background. Now, another reason that we are proposing this solution, aside from making onboarding into Cardano as easy as signing in with a social account, another reason is that a dApp, imagine again, an NFT project or a marketplace or a game, they may want to onboard Web2 users, but one issue that they'll find is if a dApp directly integrates this kind of software that I showed before, the user's wallet is usable with that dApp only. So if a user logs into another dApp using their Web2 account, they have a completely different wallet. But our solution solves this, and I'll be 5 more seconds. So we act as a non-custodial middleman or relay so that one single wallet created by logging in with a social account can be used across multiple dApps. I think I'm out of time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for your presentation. Now, sorry, you have to try time up. Do you have any
Yes,
question? Very interesting. So I think I have many questions. Yeah,
great.
Etta Singh.
Great presentation, Ben. It's really
Thank you.
solving a very important problem. I was wondering if you're using account abstraction for this and are using an AMI SDK for this.
No. So it's not account abstraction, no. We use, it's basically like a regular external account model. So the user will log in with a social account, and what we will do is we will create much like if they were almost creating a mnemonic wallet. Basically, we'll create an account for them, although they won't realize that. I mentioned at some point that the user doesn't have to write down a seed phrase, but what we're going to do is we're going to provide for them functionality so that if they want to, they can create a seed phrase backup. So we feel that when the user is ready to transition to, let's say, a more a typical or regular, say, mnemonic wallet, ideally a hardware wallet, but like in the meantime, a standard non-custodial mnemonic wallet, they can restore their social account wallet using the seed phrase in any Cardano wallet.
Very interesting. I think so. You have any question? Yeah, Andy.
Yes, Ben, very nice presentation and very interesting project. But how do you actually, yeah, I'm quite interested on the, yeah, you say that people who use this wallet will be having experience of just like a logging into another kind of a digital wallet without having to record their private key, without recording the seed phrase and everything, right? But then it will be also provided if they want to have their seed phrase ready.
That's
So I
right.
was wondering, where do you save that information of the seed phrase? Is it on the customer side or is it on your server somewhere?
No, so there's so the private key in its, let's say the complete
Yeah,
private key is only ever reassembled on the user's device. So I didn't get to the security part. The slide is a little bit, the presentation's a bit longer than I had time for, but I go into security a bit later. But in brief, so the private key is sharded, and it's stored on decentralized network nodes. And when the user authenticates by signing in, these shards are fetched to the user's device, and only ever on the user's device are they reassembled into a complete private key. And the same for the seed phrase exposure, meaning when the user is able to store the seed phrase. But if you have chance, please have a look at the Canva presentation that we provided link to in the document. Like I said, there was so much left in the presentation that I didn't get
sure,
a chance to talk about. But thank you. Good
sure.
question, Andy.
Thank you, thank you. And I believe you need more time to explain this. Why don't you make some specific, yeah, from your document, of course. But I think it's better to have this kind of a recording for a longer one to put in YouTube or something like that.
Yes,
Because yeah, people will try to digest whether this is easy. Usually it's easy but not safe. But the other hand is very safe, but it's not easy, right? But then you're in the middle of very easy but safe. So that's raise a lot of questions, right? So yeah.
of course.
Well,
Understood.
thank you again for your explanation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. I think it's very interesting and you have many questions. So let's create some explanation video for the audience who interested in. Thank you very much.